Good morning, everybody. Thank you for joining. Sunil here. Can you hear me? Please give your confirmations on the chat box. Thank you, Devendra. Thank you very much for your confirmations. Thank you all for joining the session. Okay. Thank you very much for joining the sessions. Yes. So let's stop the chat. Let us stop the chat. Okay. First point. We are getting a lot of emails. This is our support email address. So we are getting a lot of emails saying that you are not able to join the WhatsApp groups. So there are some groups which are yet to be full. Okay, so right now I'm posting some WhatsApp group links. If you do not join duplicate groups, and if you are not part of WhatsApp group of this particular batch, if you want to get the updates about this particular training, you have to be in the WhatsApp group. Now I'm sharing you the WhatsApp group joining link. Using that link, if you are not belonging to the WhatsApp group, then you have to join this particular group. Participants who are already in the group, please don't join the duplicate groups. Okay. So I already have marked, I have created 50 groups. Okay. Almost everybody is full. Group number 18 is having some room of 40 participants. So if you're not part of the WhatsApp group, please join the WhatsApp group using the link which I'm just posting in the chat box. If 18 is full, please use group number 35. Okay. If batch 18 is full, please join batch number 85-35. If 35 is full, please join 38 group. Okay. If 38 is full, please join 41 or 42 or 43. Okay. Yes. I hope I have accommodated most of the participants. Okay. So this is the WhatsApp group information. Any communication related to this training, please, you can send an email. You can give a missed call to this number, or you can give your queries to, you can email the queries to this particular email address, support@logiclabstech.com. Any communication, you can shoot an email to support@logiclabstech.com. Sorry. So support@logiclabstech.com. So you can send an email, or you can also give a missed call. You have to prefix 0, mandatory 080. You can give a missed call to this number. Okay, that's it. So this is about the communication. Please do not communicate to any middlemen. Who are the right points of communication, my dear friends? WhatsApp group administrators. Okay, so you can call to any of our administrator. So they will be helpful for you to provide the information. Okay, so don't make sure that you're calling the right persons in Logic Labs Technologies. Okay, thank you very much for joining the session. So what's our plan for today? In the last session, we have experienced how to create a Windows machine, is it? We have learned how to create a Windows machine, and we also have learned how can we connect to that particular Windows machine. Today's session, we'll be learning how to create a Linux machine. And then how can we connect to the Linux machine? We'll be using a terminal called as putty. So using putty, how can we connect to the Linux machine? Let's get into more technical details. What do you mean by web server? And we will be installing web server. And what do you mean by package? And what do you mean by security groups? So today we are getting more details. Day by day, we are getting more in detail about this AWS services. So this is our plan for today. Okay. So just quick questions I want to ask you about the yesterday's session. So please respond in the chat box. Whenever you create a new instance, okay. Yesterday we have created a Windows instance, isn't it? Whenever you create a new instance, at the end, it is asking you to download KeyPair. Am I right? It is asking you to download KeyPair. So my question is, what is the file extension of KeyPair? Please respond in the chat box. A KeyPair is nothing but a file with extension dot. Yes, you are right. Thank you very much. Thank you very much for your responses. Next question. We have created AWS machine to yesterday. We have created one Windows machine. Now tell me in which data center we have created. Technically speaking, in which region we have created. I hope you remember we have created the Windows machine in Mumbai region. You have created a Windows, you have created a machine in the Mumbai region. Am I right? Yes, yes. Thank you very much. The point is, from my laptop, if I want to connect a remote machine, whether it is Mumbai or Singapore or whatever it is, whenever I want to connect to a particular machine, what needs to be open? Very much important, friends. What needs to be open? If I want to connect a remote machine, very good. Port needs to be open. Yes, I have explained this. Port is nothing but a gate. Not just creating a machine. You should make sure that the port needs to be open. Okay. So we have opened a port yesterday. What port we have opened? I hope you remember. I hope you have remember. I have not highlighted the name of the port, but what port we have opened. Yes, you have to focus on this. RDP port. Take the advantage of recordings. RDP port is the port what we have opened for the Windows machines. So Windows machines will be opening the RDP port. So remember, any mission if you want to communicate. Thank you very much. Thank you very much for your responses. Let's stop the chat. So any communication you want to, and you want to connect to any mission, you have to open the port. So that you keep in mind. Perfect. Okay, so what's the plan? We already have discussed about the plan. So as usual, let's have a quick interaction before starting today's session. There are many people raising their hands. Obviously, we cannot talk to all the participants. Okay, so let's talk to some of the participants. Raghuveer Singh. Good morning, Raghuveer. How are you doing? You are now allowed to unmute and talk, Raghuveer. Okay. Mihir Jain. Mihir Jain, can you hear me?
Yeah, hi, Sunil.
How are you? Good morning.
Finally, I got a chance to speak with you.
Thank you. Thank you. I'm equally happy. So how is the learning going on?
Yeah, it's a smooth and nice.
Thank
It's
you.
a really
Yes.
good session, which is conducted by you, and it's really good style of teaching.
Thank you very
Uh,
much. Any
okay.
questions?
Yep. I'm basically from security domain.
I think we are talking for the second time. We have discussed once, I think so, right?
Sorry? No.
Is it the first time we are talking? Okay.
Yep.
Okay.
So I'm from security domain and taking care of currently in cloud security CSPM and CWPP,
Okay.
and
Very
we
good.
can say CNAP as well.
Okay. Okay.
So may I know are you going to
No,
take
actually, there is separate services for cybersecurity. Okay, Mihir, after completing this training, okay, my training is not specialized towards security. My training is a generalized training. Okay, making sure that all the participants should have a strong understanding about the important services of AWS. After this course, you have to enroll for a separate course called cybersecurity, AWS cybersecurity specialist course. Okay.
Okay.
Okay, so we are not providing it, but you have to check for that particular training institute and learn the specialized services related to security. That will help you. Okay.
So in this course, are we any kind of portion
No,
of
no, no,
AWS security?
no. That's
No.
completely different. Yeah.
Or what about the EKS containerization
Containerization is part of DevOps. That will be discussed in DevOps course. Okay.
on next course? Okay.
Okay, Mihir.
Thank you.
Thank you. You're from which city?
I'm from Pune.
You know AWS or is the first time you're learning it?
Thoroughly first time, but yeah,
Oh,
I know the AWS.
okay. You know the concepts, but you're learning it for the first time.
Thoroughly first time, yeah. But I know that even I work on AWS,
Mm-hmm.
on the security side,
On
where
security side.
load balancer, trail watch, and
Mhm.
security groups. But on
Okay,
security
everything we'll discuss in detail now. You'll feel very, very comfortable working now. Okay.
side. Sure.
Thank you,
Sure.
Mihir.
Thank you.
Munwar Ali, good morning.
Sir, good morning, sir.
How are you doing, Munwar?
Fine, sir.
Thank you. Your question, please.
Sir, I'm newly joining this session. Maybe I don't know.
Okay.
What I'm in the after in this session, I'll get any jobs in AWS.
You can try for AWS Solutions Architect Associate role. Okay.
Okay, okay.
Thank you.
Thank-
Shubha Agarwal, good morning.
Yeah, hi Sunil.
Good morning,
So,
Shubha. How are you doing?
yeah, I'm doing good. I'm from Bangalore, having
Mhm.
10 plus year experience in storage.
Oh,
But
SAN
now,
storage.
yeah, SAN storage, IBM SAN.
Oh, very good.
Now
Okay.
I want to,
Get
yeah,
into
no,
cloud.
future is cloud. Yeah,
Yes,
yeah,
you know.
future is cloud. So we need to upgrade ourselves.
Good.
So I have few technical question. Yesterday I tried practicing. So this password which we generated for logging into the our machine, will it be unique or every time we have to generate it whenever we want to connect it to the machine?
No, you don't need to generate that every time. You generate one time process. One time you get the password. You can use it
Okay,
a number of times.
okay, and one more, is that instant name unique, globally unique, or it is?
No, no. It can be. It can be anything. It can be. It need not be unique. Okay. What is the
Okay,
instance name which we have created yesterday? Machine one, right? Okay. Isn't it, Shubha?
yeah, yeah, yeah.
What is the name of the instance? I think we have named it as after creating the instance. It was empty. I have
Machine,
named it
something you
machine one.
named it as
Yeah, it can. It need
machine.
not be unique. It can be any name. Okay, doesn't matter.
Okay, so even you can use it, even I can use the
Use
same
it. Yeah,
name.
yeah. Yes, you're right. It's
Okay,
not
okay,
unique.
that's how I had actually. And
Mhm.
you're doing it really good. I really,
How do
because
you happen to know about our trainings?
somebody shared it with me. Someone
Mhm.
attended it and then he shared with the link to me.
Okay, okay. You know AWS or is it first time you're learning?
I like few days back only I tried studying on my own,
Mhm.
but it was not at all this much clear, which I am
Okay.
expecting.
Thank you very much. I'm sure everything will be very clear for you, and please continue till the
Yeah,
end. Okay.
yeah,
Generally,
yeah, yeah.
generally, our mentality is as it is free, we generally neglect, isn't it? But
Yeah.
please complete the entire course so
Really,
that you
it
can
is
get
like
the
a high
best.
time I need to upgrade. And also,
Mhm.
as per my experience, only associate level will not help, right? As in like 10 plus
Go for
experience.
professional level. As of now, we are providing associate level. Okay.
Okay, okay.
Once you
So
have a
after
strong
this,
knowledge on this level, you can learn other services by yourself because you'll get a strong understanding about the
yeah, yeah,
important
yeah.
services, isn't it?
Oh, okay, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Thank you. Thank you,
Thank
Shubha.
you. Thank you so much.
Okay. One more final call. One more final call before starting. Ashok Vemula, good morning. How are you doing, Ashok? You are now unmute and talk. By default, you'll be on mute. You have to unmute and talk.
Hello.
Hi, Ashok. How are you doing? I can hear you now.
Yeah. Good, Sunil.
Yes. Any questions?
No, actually.
Okay.
Actually, I'm Java developer.
Mhm.
So,
Okay.
this session I'm expecting it's a cloud, right? AWS cloud. We are,
You're right. It is AWS Cloud.
yeah. I think, we are, in Java files or jar or var files, we are going to building and deploying this cloud factory, right?
Okay. Yes, you're right.
Yeah.
Okay. You
So,
know. Hmm.
I don't know, but E2E server, we can, we are doing this kind of things, right?
Okay. Yes, you're right. Mhm.
Yeah.
You'll understand it in the coming classes. Okay.
Coming classes. Yeah. Okay. Thank you.
Let's move on. What is the URL of AWS? What is the URL of AWS? The URL of AWS is aws.amazon.com. I'm entering with my email address. I hope you have created an AWS account. Let me log into AWS account. The first page is called as AWS Management Console, my dear friends. Whenever you log in, the first page is called as an AWS Management Console. AWS is simple. It's just collection of services out of which we have learned first service called EC2. Under services, you'll find compute. Under compute section, we are now looking about EC2. EC2 is all about creating virtual machines in cloud. This is the EC2 dashboard looks like. We already have experienced the EC2 dashboard. These are the list of instances we have. So as of now, I am having 4 instances. We have created one instance in yesterday. We have created a Windows instance yesterday, isn't it? So I have named it as machine 1, but can you see that instance now? You cannot see the instance because I have terminated the instance. But whenever you want to permanently remove the instance, there's an option called terminate. Select the instance is an option called terminate, which helps you to remove the instance permanently. When you don't want to remove the instance permanently, you want to use it every day, please stop and start the missions. Okay, please start and stop the missions. Okay, so that's how you have to. It's good practice to terminate. Okay, it's a good practice to terminate. So that is what we have learned yesterday's session. So as usual, let's get into today's concepts. So let's learn what do we mean by how to create a Linux mission. We have created Windows machine, and what is the terminal we have used for connecting to Windows machine? Not just creating a Windows machine, we have used a remote desktop connection as a terminal, isn't it? By default, you get remote desktop connection. So using this, we have connected to Windows machine, which is running in Mumbai. Now in today's session, first we'll learn how can we create a Linux machine. We'll learn how can we create a Linux machine, not just creating a Linux machine. Not just creating a Linux machine, we'll also experience how can we connect to that Linux machine. Connecting to Linux machine is important, not as easy as Windows machine. So there's a good process involved. So this is the AWS cloud platform. So what's our plan now? This is our AWS cloud platform. And what's our plan now? Yes, you are right. Our plan is to create a Linux machine. Our plan is to create a Linux machine. So not only just creating the Linux machine, how can we connect to that Linux machine? So this is our plan for today. So without any delay, let's get into the concepts. Okay. How to create a Linux machine. Look at this. Whenever you want to create a new machine, or whenever you want to create a new instance, I hope you remember, you do hands-on, my dear friends. Hands-on is very, very important to get the best of the knowledge, to get the best of the training. If you want to retain whatever you're learning, generally, if you don't practice, you will forget after 1 month, isn't it? So hands-on is very, very important. Whenever you're finding time, please do hands-on. At least if you're working professional, if you're finding difficult to do practice, please watch the videos. Please watch the recordings. That's the best thing what you can do it if you're not finding time to. Best thing is to practice. The minimum thing what is expected is to look at the recording. It will be good revision for you. Okay, let's move on. Launch instances. Whenever you want to create a new instance, launch instance. Creating a new instance is a how many step process? My dear friends, we already discussed it. Creating a new instance is a 7-step process. In the last session, we have closely spent approximately half an hour to create a first mission. So creating a second mission, we'll be doing it very quick. First step is choosing an Amazon mission image. In simple words, selecting operating system. Step 1, you have to choose Amazon machine image. In other words, selecting an operating system. So step 1, you have to select an operating system. When you're creating a Linux machine, what operating system you want? Amazon Linux. There are different flavors of Linux. Isn't it? Amazon Linux. We have, you can see Red Hat Linux. Do you want SUSE Linux, or do you want Ubuntu flavor? So first step is all about selecting the operating system. First step is nothing but selecting the operating system. Okay, and whenever you're selecting an operating system, make sure that you select an operating system which is eligible for free tier, because the AWS account what we have created in the last session is a free tier account. Agree, my dear friends? The AWS account what we have created is a free tier account. So please make sure that you select the free tier option. So I'm selecting the operating system is Amazon Linux. Okay. Next. What type of instance you are planning to create? The instance type, the hardware configuration of the Linux machine. The hardware configuration. When I say hardware configuration, what is memory, that is RAM, and what is the processor, and what is the hard disk space? All this hardware configuration is dependent on the hardware configuration of the Linux machine is dependent on the instance type. There are a lot of instance types available. You can create as big as 64 GB memory of a server, but T2 micro instances is the only instance which is eligible for free tier. So I go with T2 micro instance. This means the Linux machine which I'm creating now comes with 1 CPU and 1 GB memory. Now I know the hardware configuration of my Linux machine. It is 1 processor, and 1 gigabyte memory. Okay. And what about the storage? Storage is all about step 4. You know it. Okay. So I know the hardware configuration, that is T2 micro instance. Remember, the only instance type which is eligible for the free tier is T2 micro. So I'm going with T2 micro next. Step 3, how many number of instances you want to create? I want to create only 1 instance. Let's take the default. Step 4, coming to storage. Storage is nothing but the hard disk of that particular EC2 machine. So do you remember when you're creating a Windows machine, I think it has allocated as some 30 GB of storage, isn't it? So whereas here, when we are creating a Linux machine, AWS has allocated 8 GB of storage. Okay, that's more than enough. 8 GB of storage. Now you have the entire hardware configuration. The Linux machine, what we are creating is 1 processor, 1 gigabyte memory, and 8 GB of storage. Okay. You may have a question, Sunil, like 8 GB is very, very less. I want to go with 100 GB storage. Yes, it's an editable field. You can go with 100 GB also. That's not a problem. But as per the free tier limitations, the 8 GB Linux machine is absolutely free. Okay, so 8 GB will not be charged. Let's say if you mention instead of 8 GB, let's say you want 10 GB, the additional 2 GB will be charged by the AWS. Okay, so I hope you're understanding the default storage for Linux is 8 GB. 8 GB is free. Let's say you don't want 8 GB, you want 10 GB, the extra 2 GB will be chargeable. Okay, so I'm going with 8 GB instance. I just want to tell you that you can create as big or as huge instances as required. So I'm creating 8 GB storage, fine. Tagging is nothing but adding tags. Tagging is nothing but naming the instance. That's fine. I don't want to name the instance right now. Next is security group. The most important step. The most important step is security group. The most important step is security group. So when you're creating a Linux machine, my dear friends, as discussed, you have to open the port. Whenever you're creating a line, whenever you're creating an instance, if you want me to connect to that instance, I can successfully connect to the instance. Only I can connect successfully to the instance only when the port is open. So that is the reason when I'm creating a Linux machine in step 6 is all about the security group concept is all about controlling the traffic to your instances. Okay, how can we connect? What rules are nothing but what ports to be open. For connecting to Linux machine, SSH port is the right port and it is intelligent. AWS is, I have not selected it. AWS is intelligent. It's automatically guiding you that you have to open SSH port. Very good. So SSH port is a port what we have opened to this particular Linux machine. Very good. And the new thing here, what I'll do, in the last session, I have not provided a name to the security group. And in this session, I'm providing a name to the security group. Okay, so security group is all about opening the ports. You know it. I'm opening the SSH port. That's fine. My dear friends, the new thing here, what I'm doing here is I'm naming the security group. You may have a question, Sunil. Security group is all about opening the ports. It's very good that you are opening SSH port for the Linux machine. Fine. But why do you name a security group? What is the reason you're naming a security group? Is there any advantage? I get it when we name a security group. Yes, there is an advantage. What is the advantage? I'll explain it. But let's name the security group I'll also take a note of the name of the security group which I am creating. Okay, the security group name, I want to name it as, let's say, SG. It can be anything. Okay, so SG with today's date, let's say 17. This is the name of the security group. It can be any name. It can be your name also. So the name of the security group, what I'm writing is SG17. Okay, so I'll come back to the security group later. So this is the name of the security group. I have taken a note of it. SSH port is open. Review and launch. Review and launch. So review the details that it's an Amazon Linux machine, comes with 1 gigabyte memory, 1 CPU, and 8 GB storage with the security group SG17 having SSH port open. So click on launch. When you click on launch, it will ask you to download a key pair. A key pair is nothing but a file extension .pem. You can download it anywhere. I want to download it in my desktop. I think I have created a folder for this particular batch, AWS batch 85. Yes, you are right. This is the key pair of yesterday's session. And now I'll download a key pair with name sunil17.pem, whatever it is. So let's proceed and download the key pair. Remember, whenever you create an instance, it will ask you to download the key pair. Click on launch. You can use an existing key pair, no problem. But Let's have a clarity. Let's go creating a new key pair. The name of the key pair can be anything. I'm writing it as my name, SUNIL, with today's date 17. And I download my key pair. Where do I download the key pair? In my desktop. You can download it anywhere. I'm in my desktop. I have created AWS batch 85 and I have downloaded the key pair. Happy. I'm done with downloading the key pair. That's it. Click on launch instances. Scroll down, click on view instances. Now this instance which you have just now created, you can see in the dashboard, you can see the instance is just now created, still in the pending state. You can name the instance. You can name it as any name. You can write it as machine 1. Perfect. Okay, it's not allowing. That's it. I have created instance. How many minutes? Just take 10 minutes of time. So creating instance is very, very simple. Now the machine is in no time, it's in a running state. So you have successfully created a Linux machine. So, and now the machine is in running state. Now you can happily connect. We are done with the first point. You now know how to create a Linux machine. Next, understanding about putty, gen and putty. Okay. Yes, machine is ready. Where is this machine created? You know the answer. Where is this machine created? The machine is created in the Mumbai data center. I am based out of Hyderabad. I am from Hyderabad. I am from Hyderabad and I want to connect to this Linux machine. Okay, my dear friends, try to understand. I want to connect to the Linux machine. What is a terminal? If you want to connect to Linux machine, what is the terminal? The terminal which is required to connect to Linux machine is putty. Putty is a terminal which is used to connect to Linux machine. For Windows machine, we have used a terminal called as remote desktop connection. That is for Windows machine. General Linux is all about not the graphical user interface. General Linux in the real world, we need a terminals. We work with terminals. So what is a terminal required? The terminal required is putty. So you have to install putty in your personal laptop. Yes. From your personal laptop, you're trying to connect to Linux machine, which is somewhere running in Mumbai data center. For that connectivity, you need a terminal called as putty. So you have to install putty in your personal laptop. You have to install putty in the first personal laptop. Let's go ahead and install putty. It's really simple. Just search for putty, download. Putty.org, this is the right site. Take the first site. Download putty from here. It forwards to check. It automatically redirects to check.greenand.org. Putty 64-bit putty.exe. Take this option. I download it. Where I download it? I download it in my downloads folder. Putty is downloaded. It's very small software, and then it's an exe file. Open it. That's it. This is the putty terminal. As simple as that. So downloading putty is very simple, my dear friends. So what is putty? Putty is a terminal. You need a terminal to connect to Linux machine. The name of the terminal is putty. Similar to putty, there are other terminals also. That's not a problem, but popular one is putty. So putty is a terminal. So you have to download putty in your personal laptop. In just now, I have downloaded putty. It's very small software and I have opened the putty. Okay, you can see here. I have opened the putty.exe file. So this is the putty terminal and this terminal is used. This terminal used to connect to Linux machine. Very good. Okay. Next point. Terminal is ready. Linux machine is ready. Putty terminal is ready. There's one more important thing. Look at my statement. There's one more important point you need to understand. When I have created a new AWS machine, when I have created a new instance just now, it has asked me to download what file? It is asking me to download key pair. Key pair is nothing but a file with extension .pem. I already have the key pair with me. Key pair I have downloaded in my sunil17.pem. You're right. It is clear, isn't it? Okay. But Point is, putty needs PPK file. If you want to connect to Linux machine, we always connect to Linux machine in the real world. Yeah, in the real time also, Linux machines we always connect using putty. But putty needs what file? Putty needs PPK file. Stands for putty private key. Whenever you want to connect to Linux machine, I want to connect to Linux machine using putty. Putty needs what file? Putty needs PPK file. Stands for putty private key. But AWS is not providing PPK file. AWS is providing PEM file. Putty cannot use PEM file. So what you have to do, you have to convert, my dear friends, I hope I'm very clear. You have to convert AWS given file. What AWS has given PEM file, what do you want to convert from the PEM file to .ppk file? You have to convert that. Putty cannot use PEM file. Putty can use only PPK file for connectivity. We don't have PPK file. AWS has provided PEM file. So you have to convert, my dear friends, you have to convert the PEM file to PPK file. So what's the first step you have to do? Convert the PEM file to PPK file. What is the file you're having? You're having a PEM file. But putty cannot use PEM file. Putty needs PPK file. So you have to convert this PEM file to PPK file. Okay, Sunil, how can we convert the PEM file to PPK file? That is possible using putty gen, putty key generator. Putty gen stands for putty key generator. So what putty gen can do? The putty gen will take the PEM file as an input and generates the PPK file for you. Am I clear? Am I clear? Putty is the terminal, but terminal needs what file? PPK file. Stands for putty private key. Putty needs PPK file, but AWS is not providing the PPK file. AWS has provided PEM file. Okay, that's not a problem. We will convert PEM file to PPK file. Okay, Sunil, how can we convert the PEM file to PPK file? That is possible using an application called as puttygen. Okay, next thing what you have to do, download that puttygen in your personal laptop because you want to convert. Please use that puttygen, download that puttygen, and then use that puttygen to convert the PEM file to PPK file. So how to download puttygen? So open Google. Puttygen. Download. The right site is check.greenend.org. Yes, this is the right site, my friends. This is the official site, check.greenend.org.uk. Go to this. This is the same application where we have downloaded putty. So go to this site. We want, please have a look at this. We want puttygen, putty generator. Okay. Okay. So take this 64-bit puttygen.exe. Yes, I want to download it. Where I want to download it, my downloads folder, I want to download it. It's downloaded. Puttygen is downloaded. Open it. This is the putty key generator. What this putty key generator will do, it will accept the PEM file, okay, and generates the PPK file. As simple as that. It will accept the PEM file and it will generate the PPK file for us. That is possible using this application called putty key generator. I have downloaded just now, as you can see. I have downloaded putty key generator. I have downloaded this application. Now I will upload the PEM file. Where is the PEM file available? I know it is available in my desktop, isn't it? My PEM file is available in my desktop, AWS batch 85. This is the PEM file which is available. So I will upload this PEM file. How to upload PEM file? Look at this. Open the key generator, load. Where is the PEM file available in my desktop? AWS batch 85, and go to all files. You cannot see any files here. Go to all files. This is the PEM file, and then select the PEM file. Today Sunil 17. This is the PEM file. So click on open. It has been downloaded. Okay, this is successfully imported. Okay, this is the PEM file which is uploaded. Next, what you need to do, there are many people who tries to generate, don't generate. Click on save private key. Save private key. Here we have an option of save private key, and click on save private key. Click on yes, and where do you want to save it? In the same folder, or it can be a different folder. I want to save it in the same folder, AWS batch 85. File name, it can be, this is the PPK file. So whatever the file name you mentioned, it will be generating the PPK file. So it can be anything. So I'm writing it as, I can maintain the same name. I can maintain a different name. So I won't write it as same name, Sunil 17. That's it. Okay, Sunil 17, but it will be extension.ppk file. Okay, save it. Yes, done. And now you can see the ppk file has been generated. That's it. What file it is? It is a ppk file. I have successfully converted PEM file to ppk file. My dear friends, it's a one-time process. You don't need to do it again and again. Converting PEM file to ppk file is a one-time process. I'll show you one more time. I delete this. I'll show you one more time for quick reference. Open the generator. What is our generator? Putty key, putty generator. First, you have to load the PEM file. Desktop. AWS batch 85. Go to all files. Practice is important. Upload the PEM file. Save private key. And mention any name. Okay, it can be anything. Okay, it can be ABCD also. That's not a problem. PPK file. Yes, now ABCD PPK file is available. So I have converted PEM file to PPK file. As simple as that. So I repeat, quick reason. Putty is a terminal to connect to Linux machine, and that terminal needs PPK file. We don't have PPK file. AWS has provided PEM file, so I have taken the PEM file and I have converted PPK file. Now the PPK file is ready. The PPK file is ready and the putty is ready. Yes, you can connect now. You can connect to the Linux machine. Okay. Yes. I'm excited. I hope you are excited how to connect to Linux machine. Yes, how to connect to Linux machine. So machine is already ready. So the key pair is already generated. So close this. Okay. Select the machine. This is the machine which I just now created. Click on connect. When you click on connect, go to SSH tab. Go to SSH tab and then you have to pick up this part. Don't pick up the complete SSH command. You have to pick up username at DNS. You have to pick up this particular line. What are the credentials which are required? In the putty, you have to pick up this particular line. You have to pick up only the username. Okay. So you have to pick up this username. How do I get this? I hope you know it. So go to the machine. I show you one more time. You want to connect to the Linux machine, right? So what are the machine you want to connect? Select the machine which you want to connect. Click on connect option. Once you click on connect, go to SSH client. You pick up this username at DNS. So this is the username and DNS. This is required. And what is the terminal we use? For connectivity, what is the terminal used? The terminal is putty. So in the host name, mention the username at DNS. That's it. In the host name, mention the username at DNS. Okay. And putty needs what file? PPK file. Where is the PPK file available? Let's verify it. It is available in desktop AWS batch 85. The name of the PPK file is abcd.ppk. That you have to point out here. Go to SSH. In putty, there's an option called SSH. Under SSH, there's an option called authentication. And here you have to mention the PPK file. Go to browse. Your PPK file is available in desktop AWS batch 85. And what is the PPK file? abcd.ppk. Yes. So putty needs PPK file. You're clearly mentioning that, okay, my PPK file is available at this location. Click on open. Click on open. Are you sure you want to connect to this Linux machine? Click on accept. Yes, hooray, we are connected. My dear friends, we have successfully connected to a Linux machine somewhere running in Mumbai region using my terminal called as putty. And Sunil, what is the proof that you're connected? Sunil, what is the proof that you're connected? The proof is, are you getting an IP address 172.31.32.66 for better readability? Let's increase the size. I can increase the font size for better readability. Let's make it bold. Yes, I think it is better now. 172, are you getting an IP address? That's a proof. The moment you're getting an IP address, that means, what is IP address? 172.31.32.66. Is it the same IP address? Look at this. Are you getting the same IP address? 172.31.32.66. Are you getting the same IP? Yes, you are connected. My dear friends, please respond in the chat box. Am I clear? Am I clear? Please respond in the chat box. Am I clear in explaining you how to create a Linux machine? Am I clear in explaining you what is the importance of putty? Am I clear in explaining you what is the need for putty gen? Yes. Now tell me, is it difficult? It is not at all difficult. I promise. I promise whatever the examples I'm teaching in every session will be very much clear. Thank you very much for your responses. The only thing what I expect from you is hands-on. To get the best of the training, you need to maintain curiosity of the subject, and I make sure that everything what I explain is absolutely clear. Okay, so only thing what you have to maintain is curiosity, maintaining the interest in the subject, so that this complete 25 days of training you get the best of the knowledge of AWS. Thank you very much for your responses. So are we meeting our agenda? The highest priority is the day-wise agenda. Every session we'll be adding something new. So we have learned how to create a Linux machine. Putty is a terminal which is used for connecting to Linux machine. Putty-gen is used to convert the PEM file to PPK file. Perfect. You have created a Linux machine. And let's spend some time with the interaction, and then we will move on. Any questions, please raise your hand. Yes. How are you doing, Praveen Yadav?
Good morning, Sunil.
Good morning, Praveen. Nice to hear you. Thank you.
Yeah, I'm good. How are you? So thanks for asking.
Yes.
I have a question. For example, if I have to attend the AWS certification exam,
Yes.
so is that course will be the enough, or do you have
Yeah.
certain different materials
Yes.
kind of?
First step, you have to complete this course what I'm providing. Okay. When you pay 999, you get the recordings as well as dumps. I hope you know dumps are nothing but the frequently asked questions in the exam. Okay, you get the dumps. Dumps are
Okay.
closely, I think, 300 to 350 questions along with the answers. You have to prepare the
Okay, in that
dumps.
you will provide the questions.
Questions and answers. You get the dumps. You have to prepare the dumps. Okay.
Just one question.
Once you prepare the dumps, then you can appear. Okay.
Okay. So most will be there in the objective type questions or subjective questions?
No, objective.
Okay. Okay.
Clear,
Sunil.
Praveen?
Yeah.
You're from which city?
I'm from Bangalore.
Okay. Thank you. Nice to talk to you.
Thanks, Sunil. Bye.
Good morning, Upendra. How are you doing? You are now allowed to unmute and talk, Upendra. How are you doing?
Good morning, Sunil. How are you?
I'm doing well, Upendra. Thank you for joining. How is the session?
It's very interactive. Sunil, my question is that in case my instance has been running with 16 GB RAM and 16 GB RAM, so I need to increase to 32 GB in the running.
Yes.
Can we increase it?
How can we scale up? How can we increase the hardware configuration? We'll seeing it in coming classes. Okay.
Okay.
Anything more, Upendra?
No. So one thing more. How to change the host name?
I'll change. We'll see it soon. Okay.
Okay.
Many times we'll do it and we'll be seeing it soon. Okay. You know AWS, or is the first time you're learning?
See, I'm Oracle Apps DBS, so we have a support of AWS also.
Okay.
So we are doing means little bit, but not in advanced level.
Now this session helps you to make more understanding about how AWS works.
Correct.
Thank you.
Thank you.
And AWS skill sets is nowadays required by every professional, Upendra. Maybe you are a database administrator, you may be a system administrator, you may be developer also, because the clients are running on infrastructure on cloud. At one point or other, you have to understand how AWS is helping the client. So this knowledge will always be helping for you.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you.
One more final call before continuing today's session. Good morning, Keshav. Thank you for joining. How is your learning going on?
Good morning, sir.
Good morning.
Sir, I'm much excited to talk with you.
Thank you. Yes, even I'm happy to talk to you.
Thank you.
Any questions?
Yes, sir. Sir, if I have launched an instance in Mumbai region and someone accesses my website from US, so it can be accessible?
You want, generally websites are accessible anywhere in the world. That's what we want, isn't it?
But no any lag will come?
No any?
Latency will come?
No latency, nothing at all. These are all very high speed instances. We'll see it soon. Okay, we'll be experiencing now.
Okay, thank you, sir.
Narsimha Reddy, good morning.
Yeah, a very good morning, Sunil. Actually, I'm looking for WhatsApp groups. So whatever the groups see how ping right now, so all the groups are full.
Okay, okay. And I have posted 6 to 7 groups, I think so.
Yeah, all are full actually right now.
Okay. Okay, give me some time, Nasima. I'll be creating a couple of more groups. Okay. And then I'll be sharing it in tomorrow's session. Okay.
Yeah, that could be great. Thank you, Sunil.
Thank you. Perfect. Machine is created and you have successfully connected to the Linux machine. Perfect. Now I can do practice of Linux. Okay. Okay, so very good. Next. To disconnect it, click on exit. The terminal gets disconnected. Okay. Next. Installing web server. First point for non-technical people, don't worry about the technical jargons, especially for non-technical. The moment you people generally from non-technical people who are not from IT industry, the moment you listen this technical words like server, you think it is complicated. No, it's not at all. Server is nothing but a machine. Server. This is I can say it as server. This machine, which a Linux machine which I created, I can say it as server. So that's just a name. Server is nothing but a machine which runs 24/7. As simple as that. Clear about this? Okay. So let's make it back. So first, don't worry about the technical jargons. Okay. So concepts are very simple. So you know how to convert. So this will be notes for you. Okay. So we have created successfully Linux machine. Okay. Now, the point is on the AWS cloud platform, we have created a Linux machine. That's all, isn't it? Now, it's up to you, up to the client. How can we use this Linux machine? How can we use this Linux machine? If you install Oracle in this Linux machine, it is called as database server. Got it? If you this is just a plain operating system. Whatever we have created is just a normal operating system. That's it. A Linux operating system. That's it. On top of Linux operating system, if you install Oracle, it becomes an Oracle server. If you install Tomcat in this, it becomes a Tomcat server. It's up to you. How do you want to use this Linux machine? If you install application server like JBoss, it becomes an application server. If you install Oracle, it becomes a database server. If you install SQL server, SQL, MySQL, it becomes a MySQL DB instance. As simple as that. I hope you're understanding. As of now, it's a plain operating system, a Linux operating system. That's all. It's an empty Linux, fresh Linux. Now it's up to the client how to want to use this machine. Okay, I want to install. I want to make this line. If I install Oracle, look at my statement, especially for non-technical people. If I install Oracle in this machine, it becomes a database server. If I install HTTPD, it becomes a web server. HTTPD is a web server. I want to use this Linux machine as for website. You can do that. Okay, I want to make this Linux machine web server. I want to make this Linux machine web server, first, especially non-technical people. If I'm talking for them, what is web server? Sunil, you are saying that Linux machine is as of now, it's very good. The next time after creating Linux machine, you have started technical jargons like you want to make this Linux machine as web server. What is a web server? Okay, I'll show you practically. I'll show you practically what is a web server. Okay, I have an ICICI bank account. I have an ICICI bank account. I want to perform internet banking. So I open my personal laptop in my Google Chrome browser. I use the URL icicibank.com. That's what I do, isn't it? To perform internet banking, what I'll do, I open, as let's say I'm having an ICICI bank. So I want to log into internet banking. So what I'll do, I open the browser and I type the URL, isn't it? I type the URL icicibank.com. The moment I press enter, what happens, my dear friends? Tell me. I am in the browser, I'm opening icicibank.com. The moment I press enter, what will happen? I get a web page, right? I get a web page, isn't it? Whenever I'm typing in icicibank.com, I get a web page, isn't it? To my laptop, yes. Let's experience it. I press enter. icicibank.com. I'm pressing enter. As expected, please look at this. Am I getting the web page with beautiful images and text and buttons and everything? Am I getting a web page? Yes, I'm getting a web page. You may be in Hyderabad, you may be in Bangalore also. If you open icicibank.com, you get the same page. If you're in US also, if you open icicibank.com, you get the same page. Am I right? Yes. From where I'm getting the page? Assuming ICICI Bank is using AWS for managing their servers, they are getting it from the EC2 machine. As simple as that. From where I'm getting a web page. This is what web page. From where I'm getting the web page? From the web server. Web server will serve you the pages as per the request. When I click on contact, I get a contact us page. From where I'm getting? From the web server. What is web server? Web server is also easy to mention just now, which I have created. Nothing complex. In this Linux machine, which I just now created, I can place some pages. Contact us page. Okay. Home page. Okay. My services page, login page. If I create some 4 pages, and then I can create a beautiful website, and I can experience the website by using the by connecting to the Linux machine. So what is web server? Server will serve you the pages as per your request. You go to a hotel. Okay, your server will ask you, sir, what do you want? That's a server. He will serve you what you want. If you order idli, you get the idli. In the same way, server will serve you from the kitchen in the restaurant point of view. Here, they'll serve you the web pages. As simple as that. So what is a web server? It's a small program. Look at my statement. Now, web server is very, very simple. A web server is a small program. That program, I'll install it in this Linux machine. It's a small software. You can say it as software. You can say it as a program. It's a small software. And that software I'll install in this Linux machine. Then it becomes a web server. I'll create some 3 to 4 pages and I'll experience it. That's the beauty. So web server is nothing special, boss. It's a small software or a program which uses HTTP protocol, browser communication using HTTP protocol. It serves the files, web pages to the user. Who is the user? User is people like you and me opening the website icicibank.com. I am a user, end user. So whenever an end user requests a web pages, that's I want to log in. I want a login page. So I open icicibank.com. The request will go to this particular web server. Web server is nothing but an EC2 Linux machine. And then from there, I get a web page. That's it. A web server is a program which uses HTTP protocol to serve the files from the web page to the users in response to the request. Yes, I am requesting the page by using icicibank.com. So in response, I get the page. Examples of this web server, there are many examples of web servers. Apache HTTP server, we have Microsoft IIS, we have Nginx server is there, HTTPD. These are all examples of web server. Now I want to install HTTPD in this session. In this session, I want to install this particular HTTPD. Then it becomes a web server, my dear friends. If you practice this, even though you're non-technical, you will understand. I'm sure about this. So what is HTTPD? HTTPD stands for HTTP daemon. Is a small software program that runs background as a web server. Don't worry about this background foreground. It runs as a web server in the Linux machine. This particular small software will wait for the incoming request. Who will income the request? From the browser? If anybody is using icicibank.com, that is the incoming request. This program, this software waits for the request, and then it will answer by serving the HTTP multimedia documents over the internet using HTTP. That's it. So HTTPD. So what we are doing in this particular Linux machine, I will be installing HTTPD. That's the name of the web server. When you install HTTPD software, then it becomes a web server, and this web server will wait for the request. If anybody requesting the particular site, in response, it will deliver the pages. I will show you practically now. All these things. Okay. 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 So I want to install HTTPD in this Linux machine. So how can we do it? First, connect to the Linux machine. I think we have terminated it. First, connect to the Linux machine. How can we connect to Linux machine, my dear friend? This is the Linux machine. Click on connect. Go to SSH client. Don't pick up the complete SSH command. Pick up username @DNS. Go to SSH under authentication, mention the PPK file, what you have generated ABCD, that's fine. Click on open. Are you sure it will ask you to connect? I think we are connected. Perfect. You're connected. Now what I have to do, I should run some commands. Why should I run some commands here? Because I want to install HTTPD. When I want to install HTTPD, you should run some commands. Then the HTTPD will be installed. And then your Linux machine can be called as a web server. And if you want some web pages, you have to create some pages, right? You have to create some HTML pages or PHP pages. Okay, we'll be creating the HTML pages, and then we'll be experiencing, do I really get, let's say I'm typing icicibank.com, I'm getting a page. In the same way, I should also get the page from my own Linux machine. So we are doing web server, we are building the web server by ourselves. So that's our plan for today. But I think so there are many things to be explained about security groups, installing web package, and we have just 5 minutes more. So I think we cannot proceed. If I start this example, I cannot proceed as per the time specifications. So I don't want to explain the web server installation today. Okay, I don't want to explain web server installation today. I want to explain the web server installation in tomorrow's class. Okay, so before that, after practicing Linux, after creating them instances, you can stop the instance. Okay, you can stop the instance and you can start it whenever you want. And if you don't want this instance permanently, I don't want the instance permanently. Whenever you don't want the instance permanently, you can terminate. Termination is all about removing the instances. You may have a question, Sunil. Can I create a number of instances? No, there is a limitation, my dear friends. Don't think that as it is free, you can create 100 EC2 machines. No, it's not the case. There's a limitation. The limitation is the free tier account which we have created. You can use it for EC2 machines. You can use EC2 machines for 300 hours for 1 month. Okay, 300 hours is free for 1 month. Is the limitations. Okay, let's say if you if you daily run an EC2 machine 1 hour, you close to, and 1 month you'll come across 30 hours. That's it. Okay, if you practice 10 hours per day, then it will reach the limit. Okay, so 300 hours of EC2 machine is free. 300 hours. Okay, so if you exceed more than 300 hours, then you will attract the bill. Okay, so be careful. The free tier account what we have created is having some limitations. It's not absolutely free. It is having some limitations. Every service comes with limitations. Coming to this EC2 service, 300 hours is free. In 1 month, you can utilize 300 hours of EC2 machine. Okay, if you exceed more than 300 hours, and then you get the bill. At the same time, you should make sure that you're using only free tier limits. So let's example, only the EC2 machine what you have created, Windows machine yesterday, the Linux machine which you have created today comes with 1 GB RAM memory. You may have questions, Sunil, 1 GB memory is very, very small. Nowadays, mobile phones are coming with 8 GB memory. So I want to create a Linux machine with 8 GB. No doubt you can create it, but they are chargeable. Okay, so that's the limitation. So whenever you cross the limitations, and you will get the bill. You will get the bill. Okay, and I want to show you, because you're beginners, I just want to be very clear. If you want to check whether you have received bill or not, if you want to check whether you have received the bill or not, here you can go for. You have to search for billing here. If you want to check whether you have received the bill for your AWS account or not, here you can search for billing. Here under services, can you see we have an option called billing? So select this billing. I generally get bill every month, because generally I use many options for my training purposes. Yes, I have received the bill. Okay, so I have received this bill. This is the billing dashboard. You can go to bills here. Okay, so I got $5. Okay, it's pretty simple. But when you, because I use a lot of instances, I don't terminate the instances. You can see now the close to 4 instances which are not yet terminated. Every day I'm using these instances. I'm doing this more than 1 week. So that's why I get the bill. But when you don't exceed the limit, you will not get the bill. Yes. Now it's time for questions. before ending. So we have not completed our today's session. We have installed only, we have learned the importance of putty, and putty, and we have created a line expression. In tomorrow's session, what's our plan for tomorrow? What is our plan for tomorrow? Our plan for tomorrow is to experience web server. This is very important, my dear friends. Every session we are adding more and more. Every session we are adding more and more. Okay, so very good. Please join the WhatsApp groups. I hope you're already in the WhatsApp group. Most of you are in the WhatsApp group. Okay, you get the updates about this training, and this is the right way of. Don't encourage middlemen communicating. There may be people communicating to you, selling the videos on behalf of us or something like that. This is the right way of communication. Don't encourage the middlemen. And yes. Shashi Kumar, good morning, Shashi. How are you doing?
Sir, good morning, sir.
Nice to talk to you. You are from which city?
Sir, I'm from Bangalore.
Yes. Thank you. How is today's session?
It's very good, sir. The thing is, I have 2 questions.
Yes, please.
One question is, I'm working as a desktop engineer. I know the basic networking.
Okay.
So how this AWS is going to be? Because one more thing is.
First point, how many years of experience you have?
I'm working as a desktop engineer for the last 8 years. Because I didn't change this position because I'm from non-IT background. I too finished my education in the correspondence course. That is BBM. Okay. And now still I'm working in a company called Innotech. That is a software company only. They deployed me in a small company.
Okay.
There also I'm working as a desktop engineer, but I got a chance to work in space. They are using the space G Suite.
G Suite, okay.
G Suite. Each and nearly 70 users are there. Each and every user assigned 2
email accounts, groups, and then permissions and all those.
Yeah, per user they are using 2 GB. This is how I got some basic knowledge.
Okay. Now you are able to relate whatever you are doing there here in the AWS EC2 machines, isn't it, Shashi?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Now my question is, I'm 45 years old.
That's not a problem.
And can I get a chance in?
Definitely, Shashi. No doubt. Every batch we get success stories, and there are many success stories from non-IT people also. Okay.
Yes,
MBA marketing executives, so they have successfully cracked it. Lecturers who are not having IT industry experience, they want to get into IT jobs. We are getting success stories. So you are at least having some your related IT experienced resources.
Correct,
so you can try definitely. My suggestion is complete this AWS, not just completing, Shashi. You have to practice also. Okay.
Yes,
after that, you have to learn DevOps course. Okay, this is first course, AWS course, and you have to learn DevOps course also. And you have to complete the projects what we explain it. And then once you are strong in whatever we are learning, you get the confidence. Prepare your resume. We'll share you the sample resumes. Prepare the resumes. Put the 2. You have to project 2.5 years of experience in AWS and DevOps. Okay, not all the 8 years of experience. Latest 2.5 years or 3 years of experience. You have to put it project in AWS and DevOps. The remaining 6 or 7 years of experience, keep it as is. The latest experience, you mentioned it as AWS and DevOps. The market is very good. The moment you create a profile and post it in now, next day you start receiving the calls. Okay. If you're perfect in whatever we are learning, you will crack the definitely. If not one call, definitely other call you'll practice. You can crack it and get the offer.
And one more question is, sir.
Yes.
Yeah, the thing is, since I'm a desktop engineer, I don't know programs at all. Doing the programs. Now
there's no programming involved. There's no programming. This is not a developer role. We are a DevOps. This is AWS role, and DevOps is all about infrastructure management. DevOps is all about automating and performing and automation, deploying changes as per agile methodology. So there's no programming here.
Now today you talked about Linux, sir.
Yeah, yes.
Whereas we worked on only Windows.
That's okay. That's okay. Yeah. You cannot compare with your experience. So whatever you're learning, it's good. You're learning new.
My question is, when I don't know about the Linux, how to work on that?
You'll understand it. You complete the course, you get the confidence. Okay.
Okay, sir. Okay. Thank you. Thank you very much.
Okay. Karan. Good morning. Karan Jarag. You are now allowed to unmute and talk. Claude Forwang, how are you doing?
Hey, I'm good, sir. Can you hear me?
I can hear you. It's very clear.
All right.
How is today's session?
No, it was good. It was great. It was great.
Your questions, please.
Yeah. Okay. Yesterday we talked about creating a Windows operating system on a remote desktop.
You're right.
Can we also install a server?
Yes.
On the Windows.
What's our plan tomorrow? Our plan tomorrow is to install HTTPD on Linux, right? In the same way, you can install IIS server, you can install Tomcat, anything you want, you can install it on Windows operating system also. It's up to you. Okay.
All right. Thank you so much.
Thank you. George Taku. George Taku.
Hi, Sonny. Thank you so much. Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you. Thank you for joining the session. Yes, your question.
Awesome. So I just wanted to find out when we convert the .pem key. So can you still use the same key to connect through Git Bash?
Yes. For Git, especially if you're talking about the terminal Git Bash is pretty easy. You don't need to convert in Git Bash. Okay. So Git Bash is very comfortable. It directly can use the PEM file provided by AWS. You don't need conversion at all. Okay.
Okay.
When you're using terminal called Git Bash, you don't need to convert the PEM file to PPK file. Directly, you can use PEM file to connect to the Linux machine. Okay. But I'm discussing Putty because Putty is more frequently used than Git Bash in the industry. That's the reason I have shown you Putty. Okay. Clear, George?
Thank you so much.
Thank you. Niranjan BV. Good morning, Niranjan. Shivam Kumar.
Hello.
Niranjan, good morning. How are you doing?
Yeah, Sunil, I've been waiting for you to speak. I want to speak. So fabulous. You are a great trader.
Thank you.
The way you are communicating to the guys, really, it will be helpful.
Thank you for your feedback. I'm very happy.
I have seen many videos, and but the way of expression and making the people to understand is the great thing. And really, I also works into a security.
You know AWS, or is the first time, Niranjan, you are learning?
No, I have read the AWS, but no hands-on experiences.
Okay,
so
I hope this particular training will give you more knowledge on AWS, Niranjan.
Yes, perfectly. And also, it's a great thing to speak to you. I've been waiting. At least one chance we will get it at least to speak to you. Hats off to you, Sunil, because
thank you.
I've seen many videos, but the way of expressions they do, it is quite it is difficult to understand.
Yes.
But you are taking as a very layman terms, like even though if a person doesn't understand also, he can understand.
Yeah. Thank you.
Only the practice is the most important here.
Practice is most important. I strongly recommend the participants to take the recordings. It's just a matter of 999 rupees. You get all the
I have
recordings.
already applied it, and one more thing is they told that we will not give the option to download.
Yes, it's not downloadable, but you have an option to play for lifetime. Okay.
Lifetime. Huh?
So, and one more point is that there are close to 300 people raising their hands, and there are close to 4,000 people joining the session. So interaction. We cannot interact with all the participants, Niranjan. That's the reason I randomly pick up some of the participants and then talk to them. Okay.
Yeah. Thanks.
And
Sunil.
I'm very happy.
Great.
And actually, my plan was to fill the 50 groups. All the 50 groups are filled. I hope you're understanding the 10,000 leads of AWS. Okay. Thank you very much.
In my company also, they were crazy to have a call. I mean to say, whenever your batch is there, everyone will join, even though if they are old team also, they already have. Yeah, they want to listen once again.
Okay. How do you know? Is it from your team members?
One of my manager has posted, and he asked me to send it to everyone in the WhatsApp group, and they all given a very good feedback. And even personally, I called to your lab, and there
our
were
support
some
team.
Our support team. I told him, please convey our best wishes, and he's a very good trainer.
Thank you.
All these things, feedback has been given.
Thank you, Niranjan.
Anita and one more is
Harini.
Sorry. So we have given all.
Thank you, Niranjan. If you don't mind, you're from which organization?
DXC Technology.
Oh, okay. From many participants from DXC join my batches.
Yeah, we are sending so many guys.
People join from Cognizant, Wipro, and other companies also. Okay. Yeah. Thank you, Niranjan. Your feedbacks will encourage me to train me more to share.
Definitely, we will be doing it, Sunil.
Thank you very much for your promotion. Okay, only through promotions we are getting these many number of attendance. Okay, thank you very much.
Thank you.
Nice to talk to you.
Thank you.
Hello, sir.
Hello, Kumar, how are you doing, Kumar?
Yes, sir. I'm totally fine, sir.
Yes.
It's a glad opportunity to talk with you, sir.
Thank you. Don't make me big. I am very simple like you. Yes, your question.
Like, sir, I am totally fresher, sir. I don't have any experience. Like, I just passed out last year only, 2021 September.
BTech, which qualification?
BCA from Reva University, Bangalore.
Bachelor's of Computers Applications. Okay.
Yeah. Okay. So, like, I got placed also.
Very good. Congratulations. Which company?
Yeah. SLK Software.
SLK Bangalore, I know it.
Yeah. So, like, sir, I didn't join, but because I'm getting the testing,
testing role.
Yeah, testing role.
Okay.
So, yeah, but
you have rejected. Is it a campus recruitment?
Yeah, yes, sir. It's a campus recruitment also.
Okay. Good. Okay.
Yeah. So, sir, like,
what's your plan now?
Yes, sir.
You got the offer, you rejected it. What's the next plan?
Yeah, sir. My interest is totally inclined towards the cloud, sir, actually. So I didn't have that clear roadmap with me. I don't have any roadmap that how should I start. So I just started with your videos only, that is AWS. And after that, I have a plan to learn DevOps also.
Okay, very good. Good. Okay.
So,
have
like,
happy
sir,
learning, focus on subject. Okay, automatically your career will be framed.
Yeah, sir. Like, I have already, launched my first Linux machine, my AWS. Yeah, just now only, sir.
Okay, you're doing parallelly, practicing parallelly.
Yeah, yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay.
And I successfully launched it also, sir.
Okay, good, Shivam. Okay, so in the month of April, one of my known company are recruiting AWS freshers. Okay, stay in our Telegram group. So in the April, there will be recruitment for AWS freshers, or approximately 25 resources they want.
Okay.
And share the information. Please join the Telegram group to get the updates about our recruitments also.
Sir, I don't have any Telegram group, sir.
Telegram group you have to join, and Telegram group link is available in the WhatsApp group description. Open the WhatsApp group description. There will be Telegram group. Sir. Join the Telegram group also. Okay.
Okay. Thank you so much, sir.
Thank you very much, Shivam, and all the best. I hope you'll definitely have one more offer. Okay. Okay.
Yes,
all the
sir.
best.
Thank you
very
so
much.
And yes, sir. One more question, sir. Sir, as a fresher, how much should I expect the offer the package and all?
No, package changes from company to company as per the company's policies. Okay, but technology is important. The moment you are getting the right technology, please accept it. Okay.
Okay, okay,
Because
sir.
you're fresher, don't worry about much of pricing packages. The moment you get an experience, automatically it gets increased. Okay. Thank you.
Okay, sir. Thank you, sir.
Thank you all, my dear friends. I hope you have enjoyed the session. Stay tuned for tomorrow. Tomorrow is very, very important. Please do not miss tomorrow's session because we are experiencing web server. And after experiencing web server, we will be moving on to load balancer. So every session we are getting more in detail. So we will be starting load balancer after tomorrow's session. So all the upcoming concepts are very, very important. Thank you very much for joining. See you tomorrow. Have a nice time. Bye, everybody.